Welcome back, everybody, to the Darkest Dungeon playthrough in 2024. This is a game that I played a fair amount of back when it first came out, and then off and on a little bit since then, but I've actually never completed a full campaign of it, and I do intend to do that now, as well as just sort of absorb the changes that have happened to the game along the way. So we're seeing one of those changes. Excuse me here. Learn how to talk, Michael. We're seeing one of those changes right now with the where did I see it here? A maddening wine here. This is a courtyard quest available. So this is not something that used to be there in the game before. I know that this is something sort of Lovecraftian related. I think I may have even gone into the courtyard once or twice, but I don't really know very much about this story, so I'm really looking forward to unlocking all that and figuring out what's going on. However, I'm not sure I'm ready for it yet, because I feel like it's going to be fairly difficult, and as you can see, my peeps here are not in the greatest of shape. So just for kicks, I decided to, open up unlock that, whatever the right term is, whatever the right verb is, unlock the very first curio in the very first mission on your way into the village, and it of course gave Reynold an insanity, an affliction, and 100 whatever this. Stress, and 100 stress, and we've kind of been behind the 8 ball ever since, so we're really having a hard time juggling our stress right now. However, there is good news, and that is because here on the stagecoach we have a jester, and a jester is the cure for all that ails you. So let's take a look at him here real quick. Let's go ahead and grab him. I definitely want to keep him here.
He will be laughing still at the end.
I've adjusted the audio settings just a little bit. I don't want to completely drown out Wayne, but I also felt like maybe the sound effects and the music and the talking, the narration was a little bit on the loud side. So let me know if you would like me to adjust that anymore. So here we are. Okay. So we've got Last Gasp. This is a +1 speed if hit points below 50%. This is not great because I don't want him to get his hit points below 50%. And we have Nocturnal -2 speed if torch above 75. That's also not great because we're going to have our torch above 75 an awful lot of the time. He is a bleeder. He's got some really wild abilities. I'm going to have to pay to unlock these two down here, because this one right here is, in my opinion, one of the, or at least in my memory, one of the most important skills in the entire game, because this is what allows you to actually reduce stress for any of your party members. I didn't realize this. This also buffs yourself for finale. Okay, so this is a change. This did not used to work this way. But you can see here, Inspiring Tune 1, so even at the very first level of it, -8 stress buffs the target for -10% stress, which is great. I wonder if that stacks at all, but probably not. And then it also buffs self for finale. So they're trying to make finale a big part of the game again, it looks like. Because they're in the early going, I remember finale was like really potentially very powerful if you built up your buffs for it. But then I think they kind of came along and nerfed that quite a bit to the point where I even stopped using it. So anyway, he's got some different abilities that we'll unlock, and we'll try them out as we move forward. But he is definitely somebody that we're going to want to take along with us on our next trip to try to help us with our stress issues. We have another plague doctor here. I've got room for 2 more, so I might as well go ahead and take them all. But we do have a plague doctor already. Castle here. She has, she doesn't really have any negative quirks that are really extremely bad, so I'll probably keep her. Germaphobe, COVID Venture instead. Okay, these are fine. I don't know. I think long term I'm only going to want to have one Plague Doctor. but at least for now, since I've got room for both of them, I may as well take both of them. Let's go ahead and grab her. I'm going to put her right here for now.
What better laboratory than the blood-soaked battlefield?
This may be sort of a replacement for a week while I give one of the others a rest. Okay, and then we have a Seeker Musketeer here. So this is Griffin. Let's take a look at her. She's going to be good from either one of the back 2 slots. Musketeers I remember very little about. So I don't know. We'll figure her out moving forward. Plus 10% damage if torch below 26. That's again not great. And minus 20% for healing skills, also not great, but we don't really rely too much on a musketeer for healing. So let's go ahead. I feel like they're a damage dealer primarily with a little bitty bit of healing capability, if I remember correctly. Let's go ahead, grab you.
A champion markswoman. Keen for a new kind of challenge.
Okay, great. And do we want at this point to do anything? I don't really need to upgrade the roster size this week because we just now reached fullness. I wouldn't mind having more available to choose from each week, but I don't think this is the best use of our deeds, so I'm not going to do that. Let's go ahead and mention one other thing here about our characters, and that is the Vestals. At least one of them here had a really I think it was a is it kleptomaniac that one of our Vestals got? Yeah, right there. Okay, prone to stealing items. So this is really bad. I'd really like to get rid of that before it gets locked in. She's an unholy hater, which is good. Irrepressible, which is fine. She's soft. She's winded. These are not the worst things ever. That kleptomaniac is one that I definitely want to get rid of. I could just get rid of her completely. That's the thing. And instead go with Pippery. Pippery's Gambler, that's fine. Don't care about that. Plus 10% damage, minus 10 dodge. This is not good at all. Armor Tinker, that's good. Early Riser is good. And Eldritch Hater. Okay, I want to keep Pippery for sure. Kusi here. I'm gonna start calling her Kusi. Okay, so here's the Sanitarium. We cannot unlock this yet. We need one more dungeon delve before we can unlock this. But in the Sanitarium, next week, if this is still not locked in, let me see if I can show you an example of something being locked in. Nope, none of them have been locked in yet. Okay, well, over time, some of the negative traits will get locked in, and then they become like 5 times more expensive to try to get rid of them. But if she does not... Find her again here. If she does not have this locked in next week, I will probably try to use the Sanitarium to get rid of it. Okay, so let's go ahead and think about the next step here, which is we've unlocked the blacksmith and the guild. This is very important. So the guild...
Make no mistake, we will face ever greater threats. Our soldiers must be ready.
Okay, thank you, Wayne. As I was saying, the guild is where you unlock skills, and it's also how you level up skills. And it is quite expensive, so we definitely are going to want to be upgrading all of this as much as possible. So we're at 11 now. We could actually afford to do both of these. I think I'm going to go ahead and do it because I know this is really important. So
Every creature has a weakness. The wise hero trains for what she will face.
So our heroes here that are up to level 1 could actually now go ahead and upgrade their combat, their attack, and their defense. Actually, no, that's not the right thing. That's the blacksmith. They could upgrade their skills to the next level here. And then it gets really, really expensive as you move up here to eventually be able to unlock all the way up to the 5th level of each of these skills. However, we can sort of reduce that by putting some points into this. So we're going to go ahead and do this as well.
Some may fall, but their knowledge lives on.
Okay, so that is going to help us a lot for guild. Now it's only 900 to buy this, and as I mentioned, I definitely want that. So there goes 900 of our gold right there to unlock Inspiring Tune for Corey here. Well, we're also going to go ahead and unlock Battle Ballad, because I know this is another one that I like to use a lot. This is a really strong buff that you can use to buff yourself or any of your teammates here. So let's go ahead and take that. This Slice Off is good, but since I have Harvest, I can live without this for the time being. I will eventually obviously want to unlock it, but I want to make sure I have enough money to unlock and improve some of the skills for some of the others. Not to mention, let's go ahead and take a look now at the blacksmith.
The bellows blast once again. The forge stands ready to make weapons of war.
Okay, so here's where if you look at each of your characters, you have attack and you have like weapon and armor, I guess is what it really comes down to. So by spending deeds, we can increase our ability to improve those. We only have enough deeds right now to be able to do one or the other, and we also can't reduce their upgrade cost, and it can be quite expensive to upgrade them. But let's take a look, for example, here at Dismas. Dismas has been sort of the hero of this run so far. You can see he uses a flintlock, a rusty blade. I'm going to go ahead and read this out loud just to give you an example of the sort of flavor that there is in this game. So his weapon here, and armor. The highwayman's reinforced overcoat will dull a knife strike, but he relies more on evasion than damage mitigation. His flintlock and short sword afford him great versatility. He is never out of position or caught unawares. So you kind of, it gives you a hint here on how best to use your highwayman. So anyway, if we go ahead and take this, upgrading our weapons here, I could go ahead and spend 750 to improve Dismas's. I think we're going to go ahead and do this because he's a good candidate to go into the next dungeon delve with us. So is... Now, and of course, I can only level up the armor and weapons for guys who have leveled up with their experience. So, for example, if I took Castle here, Castle could also level up, but Cruel cannot yet upgrade their weapons or armor. Kusi here could. She's the one who's kleptomaniac. A little reluctant to take her in. However, she's only got 34 stress as opposed to Pippery here, who's got 58. So I probably will be taking her in. Talbot here. Let's take a look at Talbot. He's pretty strong right now. Let's go ahead and improve him. So Leper, heavy and restricting the leper's bronzed cuirass, can absorb all manner of punishing blow. His massive sword is slow to swing, but delivers crushing damage to anyone caught in its unstoppable arc. Let's go ahead and bump him up. So he's going to be in our first slot. I think Dismas is going to be in our second slot. I think Corey here is going to be in our third slot, but of course he cannot upgrade weapons or armor because he's still level 0. And then finally in our fourth slot, we're going to take maybe Griffin. And again, cannot upgrade. So let's go ahead and jump back to the guild here. Let's take a look at Griffin. If we're taking you in, you can shoot with your aimed shot, which is a bonus damage versus marked, which could be good, but we actually need to then unlock this Call the Shot ability, which is actually what applies the mark. Alternatively, Dismas might be able to do marks. Do you have an ability that can... This also is bonuses versus marked. And Okay, no, you don't actually have an ability that marks anything. So we would have to rely here on Griffin to actually do the marking. It's still an option. We've got... Okay, yeah, we're going to go ahead and unlock Call the Shot here for Griffin. So Buckshot can definitely be good. This does a nice knockback. Sidearm gives you a nice little personal buff. Healing and Skeet Shot, which does very little damage. Clear stuns, clear marked target. -1, 60% chance of -1 stress. Oh, that's interesting. I don't really remember using this before, but and it buffs the torch a little bit. So this is kind of nice. It de-stealths. That seems like what it's probably mostly useful for, but it does do a few other things, and probably worth having. There's not going to be a whole lot of stealthing going on yet at the low-level dungeons, but there will be later. We definitely want to keep the healing here, although she is worse at healing. Anyway, I think we've got enough here. I don't desperately need to unlock those just yet. I'll get them in time, but they're not high priorities. So, let's go ahead and go back then to Dismas here. Oops, not that. Wanted to drag him up here. So Dismas, we definitely want to keep... I probably want to keep Dismas forever. So I'm kind of tempted to improve everything. I'm a little surprised Tracking Shot does not mark. Interesting. I may not hang on to this because, again, we're not going to be I shouldn't say not hang on to it. I may replace it with something else because we're not really going to run into any stealthing enemies, I don't think, for a little while. Duelist Advance can be good if you get sort of... I'm going to take it when I get the Librarian, or Antiquarian, that's what it's called. When I get an Antiquarian, I'm definitely going to want to have this. Point blank shot. That's pretty nice if you accidentally find yourself in the very front, but I don't think that's going to be happening too much just yet. I'm going to go ahead and unlock Wicked Slice. I'm going to go ahead and improve that. Pistol Shot, Grape Shot Blast, and Open Vein. Okay, so right now, he's my big damage dealer for the time being. My Leper, where are you at, Mr. Leper? There you are, Talbot. Yes, we want you to have those beefed up. We want this beefed up. So this is going to take us from a heal of 6 and -5 stress to a heal of 7 and -5. 225, I guess we can still afford it. And then this is another... Did not realize lepers could do marking. Okay, this could be useful. Intimidate. Does a tiny little bit of damage. Oh, no, you mark yourself. Oh, okay. That's kind of important. You mark yourself. You do give yourself a little bit of speed. Is there any... Well... I guess it does also give them a speed it gives the enemy a speed debuff and a damage debuff. Yeah. Okay, let me just see what else we got here. This is a knockback. This is useful. These are all useful. So this is protection and a bunch of resistances. And also it marks yourself, okay. I'm probably not going to unlock all of them just yet because I want to have some money for supplies to take down into the dungeon. Let's go ahead and go with the Purge. And I think I can go without the self buff there for the time being. So I think we've done let me just... I'm going to actually not go in quite yet, but I'm going to go ahead and get my party order here arranged. So, we have Dismas in the second spot. We're going to go with the Jester in the third spot. Didn't really look at Cruel here. Cove Adventure. Am I going to go into the Cove? There's no reason to go into the Cove just yet. And then, so we're back to having... If I'm going back into the Ruins, Unholy does show up a lot. I'm kind of thinking of taking Kusi again. Oh no, that's right, I was going to take the Musketeer, Griffin. Let's take the Musketeer, okay. So, let me just make sure this is going to... The Bad Healer, that's not great. Because we could very well... So our healing is only heal 2 to 3. It's kind of risky going into a dungeon without a good healer at all. Maybe I don't take Griffin in. Maybe I do take Kusi here. And we can cure her of her stress, I think. Yeah, that works for me. So we've got a couple more overnight missions. I want to try to lean towards doing medium length as opposed to short length dungeon delving, because we are on a time schedule and you can get more money and other things out of, better rewards out of doing the ones that are medium than you can out of the ones that are short. So, let's go ahead. This is an antiquarian medallion. Not super useful as far as I'm concerned, and only 2 busts. This right here gives us 5 deeds. Deeds are great, and this is a charm that'll work on anybody. It is not hero type specific, plus 15% healing skill. So that's without any downsides at all. So that's quite nice. So this is the one that we're going to do. We're going to do... Oops. We're going to do this right here. We're going to do Cleanse, Medium in the Ruins, and I am going to go back in here, and I'm going to take Kusi. So, Mace Bash, not too worried about. This would have been useful to have last time because we did have her in the second slot, but we're not going to anymore. Judgment is useful from the 3rd and 4th slots. We definitely are going to be using that. We've got Dazzling Light, which sometimes I will use. I'm going to go ahead and unlock it. Heal for sure. We also need to unlock Heal Party for sure. Now, Illumination, not going to use it right now. Hand of Light, I'm not going to use it right now. These are the 4 that I'm going to roll with. So, also... Let's go into here. For 750, we'll go ahead and increase that. Okay, now we've got ourselves a decent looking party. So, stress relief. Reynald, even though we already did stress relief on him, he still has 61. So, back to the Abbey with you. Ooh, so expensive. So expensive, but... I'm actually going to hold off on it for a moment. The reason being, I'm worried about his kleptomaniac getting sealed in. If it does get sealed in, I may end up replacing Reynald with a different, whatchamacallit, what's it called? Again, he's called a Crusader. No, I can't do that. It's Reynald. He's thematic. He's one of your starting characters. We want to do the best we can for Reynald. So I'm going to go ahead. I could make it cheaper. Increasing stress recovery, or alternatively... Oh no, I'm sorry. It's the second one. That makes it cheaper. Okay, let me go back. Increase stress recovery. Is this a good use of 4 busts? Yeah, let's do it. We're going out of our way to help you out here, Reynald.
is never without worth.
Okay, confirm treatment. Boom. Now we're running really low on money. Everybody else is just going to have... Pippery, you're just going to have to... And Montague, you're both going to have to just de-stress on your own for right now. I just cannot afford... Yeah, see, this is an example of where it's been sealed in. So known cheat has been sealed in. That's fine with me. Known cheat is a very, very nice... Of any of the negative quirks, that's a nice one to have. So claustrophobia is not great, and compulsive is really bad. So I would like to get rid of compulsive. But otherwise, Montague here does look like somebody we would want to hang on to. So definitely keep her around. Alright, let's go ahead and now do our embarking. Where are you at, Kusi? You are the one I want. Sorry, didn't mean to do a little song from Greece there. Okay, so now we can change out any of these. And I think what we want to remove this and give... Actually, I'm going to do it like this. I'm going to just clear everything out. So right now we have no skills selected. We want Chop, we want Hew, we want Purge, and we want Solemnity. Leper is good. Leper's all good. Do I have any? First of all, let me unequip all trinkets. Okay. And Vestal only, and this is a Blight skill chance. Definitely not something the Leper's going to want. So, okay, our Leper here is good. Talbot, you are good. Dismas, you... I'm going to deselect everything, and then you want Wicked Slice, you want Pistol Shot, you want Grape Shot Blast, and you want Open Vein. You're good. And you do have Bandit Sense, so I'm not going to worry about camping skills just yet. Actually, I don't think I can do anything about camping skills anyway until I unlock... Where's she at? So, her up here. Yeah, Survivalist, complete more quests to unlock. Okay, so she's the one who trains you in your camping skills. Alright, finally, Jester. You need to have... This does buff Finale, and I am going to use this a lot. So I kind of feel like maybe I want to have Finale. Finale used to... Oh yeah, it's okay. It's got one use per battle, and you can only use it from the front 2 slots. So this will move you forward, and it buffs Finale. This bleeds. This is Finale. No, I don't. I'm not going to use Finale in this particular occasion because I want both of these. I want Battle Ballad and I want Stress. Right now, his primary goal is less as a damage dealer and more as a de-stressor. And then finally, we've got Kusi here. I know I want Judgment, Dazzling Light, Heal, and Divine Comfort. Okay. I think we... Oh, and she also... My mistake here. She also gets... this. +8 speed on first round, +2 speed after first round, but a -25% skill chance, which is not great, but we can live with it. Nice to have the bonus to speed. And then this is a Blight skill chance and a -1 speed. We don't have any, we're not taking in anybody who relies on doing Blight right now. So I could go into the farmstead, but I'm not sure I'm quite ready for that with this garbage roster of heroes. So we're going to do this, like I mentioned. Let's go ahead and provision. I'm going to take maybe not quite all the food. I'm going to take 3 shovels, because you definitely don't want to run out of shovels. I want to take 2 keys, 3 keys, they're only 200 each. We've already got 2 medicinal herbs. Let me go ahead and grab a bunch of torches. Last time I took more torches than I needed, so we'll take a few fewer. And then we're going to grab one of each of those. We're down to 490. Okay, so we really cut it close here with our money situation. Let's go ahead and roll with that. Embark. And I'm going to take a sip of coffee here. Okay.
The fiends must be driven back. And what better place to begin than the seat of our noble line?
Alright, so... Ooh, okay, this is... We're going to go down this way first, and then across like that. So obviously we only have one way we can go here for starters. Fingers crossed. Okay. Nobody got compelled to open this up. If I remember correctly, this is going back a long ways. I think the Iron Maiden, if you use medicinal herbs to clean this, I think that's what works on this particular curio. Indeed. Very nice. And we got a Blightstone and some crusts out of that. Okay, that's good. The Blightstone, not super useful right now, but we'll keep it for later. We could also sell it at some point. We got ourselves another torch here. That is always good. I'm going to go ahead and burn it.
Are often low on supplies.
We had dropped down in our torchlight anyway. Okay, let's find out if there's a battle here already. There's not, and we got some scouting done. Okay, well, we know we have to go this direction because we know there is at least a battle here. We still don't know about that room right there. The thing about going in this direction, we're going to have to also fight a battle here in the hallway. And we know we will encounter a curio first. Just a box. Take stashed heirlooms. Very good. We'll definitely take that. I can tell already I'm going to have an inventory problem, so I'm going to maybe end up getting rid of that citrine, but we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. Let's go ahead and use one torch. Let's find out what our first battle is here. Spiders. We surprised them. Very good. Okay, so now let's go ahead and... She could try to do stuns. Her damage here, if I try to use Judgment, her damage is only 4 to 8. It does do a bit of a self-heal. Obviously, I don't need to throw any heals on anybody at this point. Stunning is 110% base chance, but it's reduced by 25% because of this chalice that we're using. So I think what I'm going to do instead... I think I'm going to do damage with both her and the Jester here. Oh! Wow, pretty good job there. With him, I'm going to do the Grape Shot Blast. Okay, so we've actually killed one of them there. Now, what I was going to do with him was the Harvest to try to bleed out the one who is in the middle here. But this is already going pretty well. I'm going to go ahead and get aggressive on reducing the stress. Takes time and patience, but hopefully we will in time be able to get all of our stress down.
Press this advantage. Give them no quarter.
Nice crit there. Okay, one of them got in an attack on us and we dodged it. This could not have gone any better. Could not have gone any better. Let's go ahead and do the Wicked Slice. Dead.
Executed with impunity.
Got rid of a little bit of stress, took no damage. Hard to have a better fight than that.
As victories mount, so too will
so
resistance.
we know we can carry up to 5 of these, but if we do carry 5, it only adds up to a value of just over 1,000. The chances of us finding 5 are relatively low, so I'm actually going to dump this. to take this instead because a single one of these is worth as much as the entire stack of citrine. Okay, let's go ahead and press on to our next battle. I'm going to go ahead and... Oops, didn't mean to hit that. That's not how you open inventory in this game, Michael. We're going to go ahead and use one more torch here. Okay, let's go in. See what we got. Okay. We surprised him again. This is very good. We're going to save this guy for last because he's the hardest to kill. He's a damage dealer who does bleeds. Both of these do a lot of stress. So we're going to definitely want to take them out as priority targets. Starting with 4 to 8. Let's try to do this one first. Dodge. Not good. Not good. Okay. We want to use pistol shot, which I don't know which one of these to really prioritize, but we have a small chance of actually killing this one. But we could also use our jester to hit this one and possibly bleed it. So I'm actually going to do this.
Decimated.
Well done. Nice job, Dismas. Okay. Now our jester... See, Harvest here does a nice bleed, but this cultist brawler here can bleed because he's human. That bone courtier, that's really an undead, so he's not going to be able to bleed. So it's a bit of a waste to use Harvest. So I'm not going to. I'm going to keep de-stressing here.
A time
Now
to
you...
perform beyond one's limits.
Let's go ahead and focus down this brawler. Wow.
Annihilated.
Very nice. Tempted Goblet. Okay, only 2 damage, but 12 stress.
Exposed to a killing
Okay, that's
blow.
not good. Every time they crit you, they do additional stress, which is definitely not what we want. Alright, you cannot hit him. You can shoot him. 5 points. It's down to a single one. Alright, this is unfortunate. We're already getting more stress accumulated. I was going to try to use Harvest here to just kill him, but I need to go back to the de-stressing. So who's highest? 21, 25, 25, and 21. Now, I'm going to try to kill him. The reason being, when we camp out overnight, we can definitely get rid of most of that stress. As long as it's pretty well balanced out and it's in the 20s, I can live with that.
As the fiend falls, a faint hope blossoms.
And now let's go ahead and throw a heal on Dismas. You go ahead. I could use this to de-stress yourself, but we want to try to kill this thing. Okay, nice job, Dismas. Dismas dodged. So let's go ahead. 5 to 10. We could even finish it off, possibly. 6. Okay. You could Dirk Stab and kill it, but no. I'm going to do a de-stress. 21, 25, 22. Okay. There we go. That helps. You throw a heal on him. Nice. Very nice. Finish him off. Okay,
Their formation
it's not
is
too bad.
broken. Maintain
Not too
the
bad.
offensive.
And we got a little bit of food out of that as well, some money. And we have an ornate sarcophagus here, so this is slightly ajar, so we don't need to use a key on it. Hidden treasures, more money,
Finding the stuff
and
is
more
only the
deeds.
first test.
Very nice.
Now it must be carried home.
Okay. We don't know if there's a battle down here, so we have to find out. We have to go check it out. Got another torch. Okay, so here's Here's the thing. I'm going to go ahead and get rid of the Blightstone. I'm going to go ahead and give the Leper the Blightstone. It reduces his speed by 1, and it provides no benefit whatsoever. But it's a way to carry it, to open up an inventory spot, and it's not gonna detract from him too much. He's already really slow. Hunger. Okay. And now we can go ahead and burn that torch. Just want to be efficient with our use of torches. Let's go into the room. Okay, no battle. We had to find out. At least we know going backwards, we will not burn through torchlight as quickly when you go back through areas that you've already illuminated. We want to at least do one more battle here before we camp for the night. I think we're going to have enough torches to last us through the whole dungeon. So I don't need to be too conservative when it comes to them. Let's go ahead and... Hunger again. Okay, that's a bad sign. We are burning through food faster. It's random, so, you know, that does happen sometimes, but we're burning through food faster than I anticipated. Pack contains loot. Okay, another torch, a little bit of money. We got a journal page here, so this is this is flavor text, which is good to have. We do want to eventually accumulate all these because they do tell useful stories. But when your inventory is already full, I'm going to leave those behind. Okay, let's go ahead. Our torch is in the maximum range there. Let's go ahead and do at least this battle before we camp. We did not surprise them this time. They're going to do damage here. They have no real stress dealers, but they have some pretty heavy-duty damage dealers here. And none of them bleed, so that's going to reduce the effectiveness of our Jester as well. Let's go ahead and try a stun. His stun resistance is only 10%. Let's go ahead and try it. Stun. Okay, that's good. This could be an example of where we could actually use our buffing. But I don't really feel the need to... The accuracy is good. Yeah, let's go ahead and use it on... I don't really want to move forward, so I'm going to go ahead and use the buff here on the Leper to improve his accuracy and his speed and his crit chance. Yeah, let's do it. It's probably not the most effective. Oh, I'm sorry, it buffed I forgot it buffs everybody. Okay. Yeah, so that could be useful. And I think it lasts 3 turns. Alright, now what to do? I think what we want to do is... Grape Shot Blast might be my 3 to 7. Let's try it. Ooh, okay. Bit of damage there. Let's try Hugh. Hugh might be able to finish off the Bone Soldier. It did not. That's unfortunate. Okay. Alright, so we cannot stun the same one again because he's now got a plus 50% stun resistance as a buff for having been stunned last round. So, and we cannot target this one with that particular ability. So instead, we're going to do Judgment and try to do just some damage here. 7 points, that's good. Now, how much damage can we do here? 1 through 3. We have a very slight chance of killing them. I don't think it's worth it. So I'm actually going to buff everyone again. So now everybody is at plus 4 speed, plus 10 accuracy. That should really help. Now we can do another Grape Shot Blast. There we go. We've killed 2 of them.
Quakes.
Coral. Dodge. Nice job, Dismas. Okay. And now we can focus on you. Boom.
Confidence surges as the enemy crumbles.
Alright, now you can just take a shot. 8 points. You can now do some stress healing. It looks like you yourself are the highest in stress. Okay. And she can now try to do a stun once more, or we could do the party heal. But no, I'm going to try to do the stun. Very good, okay. Alright, not too bad. Feeling better about this fight. You've taken no damage, otherwise I'd be tempted to use Solemnity. We want to go ahead and get him into a position here where we could hit him next turn. Now let's go ahead and do the heal of the Jester. And let's go ahead and do a Wicked Slice. There we go. Pretty good. Pretty good, I'll take that. And we gain some more food, which is...
This expedition at least promises success.
Which is very, very useful. Okay, so we need to make room now for this portrait. I'm going to value portraits right now ahead of this jade. Okay, this is going to be a locked chest here. Oh, no, it's unlocked. My mistake, okay. Open it. Citry. Okay, the two different types of treasure that we've already had but eliminated. Let's go ahead and do at least one more room now before we camp for the night. Okay.
Even the cold stone seems bent on preventing passage.
Sorry, Wayne, I almost talked over you there. Okay, so if I had not brought enough shovels, I could have backed up and gone this way instead. But I think... Ouch. Okay, that's not good.
Curious is the trap maker's art. His efficacy unwitnessed by his own eyes.
Damage and stress there. Okay, we got a stack of books. Let's take Kusi here. She's already in the worst shape. Let's take a look at the stack of books. Flip through the volumes. Reads a most unsettling passage. The torchlight went down. But nothing else happened. Okay, well, we've got enough torches to not worry too much about that.
The light, the promise of safety.
Okay, we've made it to the room. We may or may not have a battle here. No battle. Okay, now this is an interesting decision that we find ourselves in. So, we could go this way, but we know we'd have a fight and two traps to deal with. Now, we can probably deal with those traps because Dismas can unlock them. Yeah, let's go ahead and do it. Okay. We've got two curios in this one battle here before we get... Oh, and we know we're not going to have another battle in that room either, so we're going to go several rooms without a battle, but we are about to have a battle here in the hallway here. Okay, let's go ahead and use... An urn holds the ashes of the departed. I want to say this is where holy water is useful. Very nice. Okay. Definitely take the sapphire. The emerald is worth 750. At this point, I could... I'm going to dump the bandage and take that. Close. Figures, we keep getting the jade over and over again. Now I know that I've found 4 jade total. I wish I had kept them all, because it would have been more valuable to have kept the jade, but you never know how many more you're going to find, so I tend to default to the ones that are the most valuable individually. Alright, here we go. We're going to have a fight. Only 3 bone rabble, not that big of a deal. Every time she casts this, it buffs the torch a little bit, but I really don't think the torch is that big of a deal. However, this one right here also does a self-heal, and she has taken damage, so we're going to go with this instead. 7 points. Healed herself for
A
3.
momentary abatement.
You can go ahead and cure her of some stress. Oh, did I hit the wrong... No. No, I used the right one. Okay, never mind. Okay, if I use Hew, it does 5 through 9, which is not enough. If I do Chop, 9 through 18, so you have a much better chance of actually killing with that
Another
ability.
abomination.
Better to kill
cleansed from our
one than
lands.
to do partial damage to 2. And then you can use Grape Shot Blast. You might have a chance of killing this guy. Bump in the night. Dodge, well done. Okay, let's just go ahead and... Let's not finish him off, actually. I'm going to use Grape Shot Blast again, because I don't think it'll kill him. We'll finish him off with the Leper. Meanwhile, she can heal herself. And I'm hoping my Jester here can get a turn. Okay, let's go ahead and continue to lower the stress. And the plan will have worked. Yep, okay. Plans will have worked if he's able to hit here. And he is.
Back to the pit.
Okay, money.
Seize this momentum. Push on to the task's end.
Money is obviously extremely important to us. It's more important to me to have money than to have this anti-venom. Boom. Okay. Alright. We know we have no battle in this room, nor in the next room. Scouting. Okay, we found one obstacle and we found one more battle. There could be another one in that very last room as well. Okay, so we've got a trap here. Your disarm is 90%. So as long as you see the traps ahead of time, the traps are not too bad. He's all the way down to 0 stress, which is obviously excellent. Let's go ahead and try this again. Let's read another unsettling passage, because why not? On guard, okay. She got herself a quirk. Plus 4 speed on first round, plus 5 dodge on first round, in combination with this right there. Wow, she's pretty much always going to be going first on the first round of every battle. Okay. We're doing pretty well. This dungeon is definitely going our way for the most part. I am going to go ahead and we've got a trap, an obstacle, a curio, and then a battle. We're really in pretty good shape. There's really no reason for us to rest yet. Oops, keep doing that. It's not how you open inventory in this game, Michael. I keep being tempted to use the firewood just to clear out the inventory spot, but I guess there's no reason to do it until I actually need it. So let's press on. Let's go ahead and disarm. We know there's no battle coming up, so I'm not worried about the torchlight just yet. Okay. This is...
Darkness closes in, haunting the hearts of men.
This is what it looks like when it goes to pitch blackness. Okay. So again, yeah, so I would have ended up having 5 jade. Oh well, it happens. Now, boom, 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 boom.
In radiance, may
Let's
we
go
find
ahead
victory.
and fight this battle. May or may not be the last battle. Not sure yet. I don't think we need to do anything to prepare. I think we're in pretty good shape here. Okay. Let's go ahead and try stun. Like I said, she's always going to go first in the first round of every battle. Let's go ahead and try to kill. Nice.
Eradicated.
Let's go ahead and reduce stress.
The blood quickens.
Okay, a little bitty bit of damage, not a big deal. Let's go ahead and let's try to... Very nice. Okay, shoot. 7 points, not great. De-stress yourself. Ooh. Okay, that's not great. Dead.
Be gone, fiend.
Okay, why don't you throw a heal on him? Okay. At least the damage got spread around a little bit. Go ahead and try to finish him off. Okay. Let's go ahead and do a let's do a group heal.
Compassion is a rarity in the fevered pitch of battle.
25, 15, yeah, obviously, right here. And unfortunately, we've got corpses in the way, so we've got to clear them out. Okay, that'll do it. Another key, some more food.
Success so clearly in view.
Another emerald, so that's good.
Or is it merely a trick of the light?
Okay, and we're done. So we're going to continue adventuring. So really, this was considerably easier than I was expecting. Let's go ahead now and we're going to camp just to clear out the inventory space. It will clear out the firewood space. It will also clear out some of the food. Let's do it. Good.
A spark
Maximum
without
food.
kindling is a goal without hope.
And I'll explain why in a minute, why I did this right now. Well, it's before opening the chest. It's because I wanted to have inventory space before opening the chest. Okay, so we want to go ahead and do Bandit Sense so that we don't get ambushed in the middle of the night. We don't really need to do any wound care. We really don't have a whole lot of stress to worry about. I'm going to go ahead and give him clean guns as well. Now, you... I would say... let's just get rid of everybody's stress. Why not? Okay, so nobody has any stress except for Corey himself. And there's nothing left to be done here. Let mask down. No, there's no need to do that. Let's go ahead and rest.
The match is struck. A blazing star is born.
Okay. Sorry, I had to take another sip of coffee there. All right, let's go ahead and open up the Unlock Strongbox. So we've actually not had a single use for a skeleton key in this entire adventure. A long forgot. Yeah, okay, open it.
A handsome reward for a task well performed.
Okay, so we got another ruby, which is very good. And we got some blood. So blood, I think, is associated with the courtyard. Let's go ahead. Maybe we'll have another battle. Maybe we'll find a curio worth exploring if we head this way. Yep, we did. Ah.
A fortune waiting to be spent.
All right, not the worst thing in the world, but that's the kleptomania in action right there. That's why I definitely want to get rid of that. Okay. Oh, come on. Well, this would have been really nice to be able to unlock. Now you can understand why kleptomaniac drives me crazy, and I consider it a priority to get rid of it. Because this had a really good chance of having some of these treasures. Oh well, it is what it is. This room's going to be empty. If it doesn't have a battle, it's not going to have a curio either. But we'll go ahead and keep going here. We're going to go ahead and use our last torch. Okay, this is one that we would have liked to have had the alchemical, whatever they're called, Since we don't have it and we're in such good shape, I'm actually tempted to just leave it. We're going to leave this... We're going to leave this dungeon in good shape, is what we're going to do. Let's go ahead and try to do a stun. Nope. Okay, so much for that. Do a grape shot blast.
A decisive
Killed 2 of them. I'll definitely take that. I think... Let's just kill it. Okay. Cured 3 of his own stress. Okay, we'll take all those.
These nightmarish creatures can be felled. They can be beaten.
We're going to go ahead and finish out this tunnel. I don't think there's going to be another battle. Okay, so last room here, and then we're going to go ahead and head back for this curio right here. Just a box. Stashed heirlooms. Yeah.
If
Definitely
only
worth doing,
treasure
okay.
could staunch the
So what
flow
we're going to
of
do then,
otherworldly corruption.
we'll dump the medicinal herbs for the deeds. And quest complete, let's go ahead and take off.
More bones return to rest. Devils remanded to their abyss.
Pretty decent. Got 9,000 collected treasure. An additional 4,500 as a quest reward. Some extra deeds. And then all these heirlooms that we picked up. Okay, very good. We got Last Gasp, +1 speed, below 50%, not one of my favorites. And Natural Swing, that's quite good. And we now have Dismiss up to level 2, and the others are all level 1. So, return to town.
She has paid dearly for her freedom, and deserves better than this place.
Okay, so we got a Desert Wind. This is a, what are you? A Shield Breaker, okay? Not really very familiar with those, so we will try that out, and we're going to have to expand our roster in order to do so. We did, Renaud did gain 69 recovery of stress, so that's good. And I think we have now unlocked the Sanitarium and the Survivalist, so that is very good as well. So we will go ahead and delve into all of that in the next episode. I'm going to just do, I think, 1 week at a time here with these episodes, so I haven't bothered to be timing this, so I don't know how long this is going. But regardless of how long it's going, it feels productive, and I appreciate all of you taking this journey with me. So I will go ahead and say thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next episode.